All right, today we're going to unpack a really massive strategic move from one of India's biggest port operators, JSW Infrastructure. You see, they're not just expanding their empire, they're doing something that could fundamentally change how goods move across the entire country. So, let's dive right in.
Okay, first up, a quick question for you. Just think about it for a second. In a country as massive as India, with all the products, all the raw materials, all that cargo moving around every single day, how do you think most of it gets from point A to point B? Go on, take a guess. Got an answer? Good, hold on to it.
So to really get why JSW is making this big play and, to find out if your guess was right, we first need to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. There's this huge, nationwide shift happening in how India thinks about logistics.
So, how did you do? Did you guess roads? If you did, you nailed it. A staggering 65% of all freight in India travels by truck. And rail? Well, that's just 27%. That huge imbalance, right there, is really at the heart of this entire story.
And here's where it gets really interesting. The cost. I mean, just look at that difference. It costs nearly double to move the same stuff on a road compared to on a train. So this isn't just about traffic jams and clogged highways, right? We're talking about a massive economic inefficiency.
And that is exactly why the Indian government to set this massive, ambitious goal. 45%, that's the target they're aiming for, to get rail's share of freight all the way up to 45% by 2030. We're talking about a gigantic shift of goods from roads to rails, and you better believe JSW is getting ready to ride that wave.
So, who's the company getting ready to ride this huge wave? Well, let's talk about our main player here, JSW Infrastructure. And listen, they're not just some company in logistics, they are an absolute powerhouse when it comes to ports.
I mean, just take a look at their reach. JSW runs this huge network of ports and terminals all along India's coastline, and they've even got an international footprint. These guys are the masters of the sea lanes, the gatekeepers for so much of India's trade.
And if you want to talk about scale, get this. Their capacity is 177 million tons per annum. That's MTPA. It's an absolutely enormous amount of cargo moving through their gates every single year. They are, without a doubt, a giant in their field. But here's the catch. For all their power on the coastline, they had a major strategic gap. I love this analogy. If JSW's ports are the country's front doors, well, they were missing the hallways inside the house. See, they were experts at getting goods to the country, but that crucial next step, the journey inland, that was somebody else's problem. Well, until now.
And that, my friends, brings us to the main event. We're talking about the brilliant move that finally connects those front doors to all the hallways inside. So here's what happened. JSW went out and acquired not one, not two, but three key rail logistics companies. A 100% acquisition. They literally just bought the missing piece of the puzzle. And with this one move, they've transformed themselves from just a port operator into a true end-to-end logistics giant.
This really paints the perfect picture of their new reality, doesn't it? On one hand, you've got JSW's massive ports, and now on the other, you've got their very own rail network ready to take that cargo deep into the country. They've finally connected sea to land, all under one roof.
Okay, so what makes this deal so incredibly clever? Well, let's break it down. There's basically a 5-point master plan behind this whole thing.
All right, here's the roadmap. The genius here really boils down to 5 things. Number 1, exclusive access. 2, instant operation. 3, guaranteed revenue. 4, that powerful synergy we talked about. And 5, doing it all for a really smart value. Okay, let's tackle these one by one.
First up, exclusive access. This is huge. Right now, Indian Railways has put a temporary stop, a moratorium, on giving out new licenses for private freight wagons. That ban lasts until 2027, so no new players can even get in the game. By buying these companies that already have licenses, JSW didn't just buy some trains, they basically bought a golden ticket into a very exclusive club.
Second point, instant operation. Think about it. They're not building this thing from scratch. The companies they bought are already up and running with 21 operational railway rakes, that's what they call a full train, today. This lets JSW hit the ground running, giving them a massive head start and letting them serve customers from day one.
Number 3, guaranteed revenue. This is what makes it such a solid, safe bet. These companies didn't just come with trains, they came with long-term, 10-year contracts with major customers already signed. What does that mean? It means predictable, stable cash flow, almost like an annuity. And you know who loves that kind of stability? Investors. All right, number 4 is that powerful synergy. And this is really the heart of the whole strategy. JSW can now go to its customers and offer a single seamless package, a port plus rail solution. Imagine it. They can handle your cargo from the ship, onto their own train, and deliver it straight to your factory door. It's the ultimate one-stop shop.
And finally, number 5, smart value. At the end of the day, the deal just makes fantastic financial sense. They got it for a great price, below what you typically see in the market. And the deal is expected to be EPS accretive right away. Fancy term, but it just means it's going to boost profits for shareholders from the get-go. So it's not just a smart long-term strategy, it's profitable right now.
So, with this whole master plan now in motion, what does the future hold? Well, I can tell you one thing for sure. JSW is not thinking small.
Their ambition? To grow their fleet to 110 rakes by 2030. Let me say that again, 110. That's more than a 5-fold increase from where they are today. If that doesn't signal they're serious about dominating rail logistics, I don't know what does.
And, of course, that kind of expansion comes with a huge revenue target. By 2030, they want their logistics business to be pulling in a massive 8,000 crore rupees. To put that in perspective, that's about $1 billion US. So yeah, this is not a side hustle. This is a core part of their future.
And don't think this is some far-off dream. The timeline is already locked in. They're expecting to get the key approvals in late 2026, and then the full financial integration happens just a couple of months after that. This train, as they say, has already left the station.
So, all of this leaves us with one big, fascinating question to chew on. When a single, powerful company gets control over both the front doors and all the hallways of a nation's trade, what does that really mean for the future? For competition, for efficiency, for the way business gets done in India? Definitely something to think about.